Hello and welcome to Replacement Player Baseball. Today we're going to see the second game out of three in Toronto between the Cubs and Blue Jays. Cubs come in on a 3-game winning streak, looking to continue to improve as they are currently sitting at 5 games under 500 and 7 games out of the lead in the NL Central. The Cubs lineup today is going to be Asdrubal Cabrera leading off, followed by Jay Bruce DHing, Kris Bryant, Danny Santana, Xander Bogaerts, Ian Happ out in left today, Jackie Bradley, Wilson Ramos, and Jason Heyward rounding out the lineup. Chris Archer will be on the mound, making start number 26 on the season. He is 8-9 with a 3.14 ERA, 1.16 WHIP. And opposing him will be a Blue Jay lineup led by Cavan Biggio, Randal Grichuk, Vlad Jr., Rowdy Tellez, Teoscar Hernandez, Reese McGuire, Derek Fisher, Anthony Alford, Ruben Tejada, and Shun Yamaguchi, making appearance number 30 of the season. He is 8-5 with a 4.01 ERA and a 1.24 WHIP. The roof is open today at the Rogers Center. It is 80 degrees outside and a beautiful day in Toronto. So let's see how this game is going to play out. Yamaguchi on the mound for the Blue Jays, facing Asdrubal Cabrera leading off for the Cubs. Cubs coming in at 58-63. Third place in the NL Central. Blue Jays come in at 53-71. Fourth place in the AL East. Yamaguchi standing on the mound, looking for the sign. And here's a pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and Cabrera is sent down swinging. First out of the ball game, and Jay Bruce now is the batter. Also stepping in from the left side against Yamaguchi. And he watches strike 3 go by. That is a slider that bent right back over the plate, and Bruce couldn't do anything with it. Kris Bryant now the batter. 2 outs, nobody on, top of the first inning. Bryant waiting for the first pitch. Pops it up behind first base. That's going to be playable. Tellez has it to end the inning. So the Cubs are retired in order. We go to the bottom of the first inning of a scoreless ball game. Archer on the mound, facing Cavan Biggio. Here's a 1-ball count and the pitch. And Archer makes the pitch. That one's lined into center field. That's going to be a leadoff single for Cavan Biggio. Well-placed ball. Bradley could not get to it. Bogaerts could not get back to it, and that's a single for Biggio, bringing up Randal Grichuk. 0-2 pitch, and he lines one into right center field. That is going to be over the wall, and a 2-run homer for Randal Grichuk. So just like that, Archer has allowed the Blue Jays to take a 2-0 lead. That is 426 feet out to right center field. Guerrero now the batter. Vlad Jr. coming up with nobody out and a full count pitch. Archer working. That's going to be popped up into center. Bradley has a long run, but he makes the catch for out number 1. That is the first Blue Jay that has been retired in this game. Rowdy Tellez now the batter. 2-1 count from Archer. Popped up behind second base. Coming in is Heyward, and he makes the catch on the run for out number 2. Hernandez now batting. 2 outs, nobody on. Here's a 2-0 pitch from Archer. Popped up foul territory. The catcher follows. First baseman, however, Santana makes the catch for out number 3. The Blue Jays score twice on a 2-run homer. We go to the top of the second inning with a 2-0 Toronto lead. Santana, who recorded the 3rd out in the first inning, is now the first batter in the second inning. He is waiting for a 2-1 pitch. And that's popped up to center. I believe it's going to be caught. It hung up in the air just a little too long, and Alford makes the catch for out number 1. Bogart's now the batter. First pitch from Yamaguchi. And he lines that one down the right field line. This is going to be extra bases. Rounding first, heading for second. The throw comes into second. He slides, and he is safe. So that is a 1-out double for Xander Bogaerts. And the Cubs are looking to make some noise here in the second inning. Ian Happ now the batter, coming in from the left side against the righty Yamaguchi. Happ waiting for the 3-1 pitch. And that is inside for ball 4, so Happ draws the walk. He heads down to first, and Jackie Bradley is now the batter with 1 out, runners on first and second. Bradley waiting for the 3-1 pitch. That is also inside, and the bases are now loaded. So, Yamaguchi misses with ball 4. Wilson Ramos now comes up. The bases are loaded, and Ramos will be the batter. Here is a 2-2 pitch to Wilson Ramos. Grounder toward third. This might be a double play. The throw goes to second, the relay to first, and that will end the inning. So a promising start for the inning for the Cubs is wasted. 3 runners are stranded, and the Cubs do not score. It's the bottom of the second inning now of a 2-0 Toronto lead. Reese McGuire is the batter. He comes up against Archer, waiting for the 1-ball pitch. Grounder toward third. Bryant has it, scoops it up, throws to first, and that is out number 1. Derek Fisher now is the batter. Full count pitch to Fisher. And that is strike 3 called, so Archer gets his first strikeout of the game, and Archer records out number 2 as Alford is the next batter. 2 outs, nobody on. Here's a 1-2 pitch to Alford. Lined into center field, a diving play by Bradley robs him of a base hit, and that is the end of the inning. So the Blue Jays go down in order in the second. We go to the top of the third of a 2-0 Toronto lead. Yamaguchi facing Hayward in the top of the third inning. Here is a 2-2 pitch to Jason Hayward. Grounded up the middle, shortstop has it, throws to first, the shift was on, and the shortstop makes the play for out number 1. Cabrera now the batter with 1 out, nobody on, waiting for the first pitch. He lines that one into center field. That is going to drop in for a base hit. My gosh, that looked like he was going to make the play. But apparently, Alford decided to play back on it instead of running up. So Cabrera's on first with a single. And now Jay Bruce is the batter. First pitch to Jay Bruce. Line that one into right field. And a diving catch. Oh, a diving catch by Grichuk. And he gets the second out of the inning. Cabrera has to hustle back to first to avoid being doubled off. And now Chris Bryant is the batter. 2 outs, runner on first. Here's a 2-0 pitch to Chris Bryant. That one's lined into center field. Is it going to drop? Nope. This time Alford runs up on it and makes the catch. So the Cubs get a hit. The runner is stranded. We go to the bottom of the third inning of a 2-0 Toronto lead. Tejada now the batter against Archer. 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. Grounder towards second. Cabrera has it. Throws to first, and that is out number 1. Biggio the batter now. 1 out, nobody on. Here's a full count pitch to Cavan Biggio. Inside for ball 4. Biggio shows a good eye, and he draws the walk. Grichuk now the batter. 1 out, 1 man on. Here's a 1-strike pitch from Archer. Line into left field. That is going to drop in for a base hit. The throw goes down to third, prevents the runners from continuing to advance. The Blue Jays now have first and second with 1 out, and Vladdy Guerrero Jr. is the batter. Here is the first pitch to Guerrero, and the runner goes. The throw goes down to third, but the tag is late, and Biggio is now 9 for 10 in stolen bases this season. So Guerrero now batting with runners on the corners and 1 out, and here's a 1-1 pitch. That's lined down the right field line. That's going to drive in some runs. Guerrero heading into second base. He is going to have an RBI double The runner at first stops at third, so 1 run is in. The Blue Jays now have a 3-0 lead. Credit Guerrero with the RBI double, and now Tellez is the batter. 1 out, runners on second and third. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and Archer punches him out with the curveball. Nice pitch right there by Archer to get the second out of the inning, and now Hernandez is the batter. With 2 outs and 2 men on. Here's a 1-2 pitch to Hernandez. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That was another curve, and Archer ends the inning with a flourish. So we go to the top of the 4th inning now is 3-0 Toronto lead. Santana is the batter, leading off for the Cubs against Yamaguchi in the top of the 4th inning. Cubs trying to cut into this 3-0 deficit. And there's a pop up to center, Alford coming in. He gets under it and makes the catch for out number 1. Xander Bogaerts now the batter, 1 out, nobody on. Here's a full count pitch to Xander Bogaerts. That is lined past the third baseman into left field. That is going to be a 1-out single for Xander Bogaerts. Nice piece of hitting right there to hang with that fastball and drive it into left. Ian Happ now the batter, 1 out, 1 man on. Here's a full count pitch to Ian Happ. Swing and a miss for strike 3. The throw goes down to second, and it is late. So Bogaerts gets his 3rd stolen base of the season. That was definitely a hit and run with the full count, but Happ did not connect. So Bradley now the batter, 2 outs, runner in scoring position. Full count pitch to Jackie Bradley. That is low and in for ball 4, so Bradley draws the walk. That is base on balls number 40 that has been issued by Yamaguchi this season. And now Wilson Ramos is the batter. 2 outs, 2 men on. Ramos looking to help the Cubs make some noise here in the top of the 4th inning. Here's a 1-ball pitch to Wilson Ramos. And that is popped up behind second base. The right fielder coming in and making the running catch is Grichuk for out number 3. So the Cubs strand 2 more runners. We go to the bottom of the 4th of a 3-0 Toronto lead. McGuire now the batter, leading off for the Blue Jays in the bottom of the 4th. Here's a 1-1 pitch from Archer. Grounder towards second, Cabrera has it. Throws to first for out number 1. Fisher now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. Here's a 2-2 pitch to Derek Fisher. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Archer gets him with the fastball at 95. That is strikeout number 4 on the day for Chris Archer. And now Anthony Alford is the batter. Full count pitch, Archer working. That is high. It was ball 4. So Archer loses him. That is a base on balls as Alford heads down to first, and Ruben Tejada is the next batter. 2 outs, 1 man on. And the runner goes. The throw goes down to second, but Ramos's throw is late. And now that is stolen base number 6 on the season for Alford. Tejada now batting with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Grounder towards short. Bogaerts has it, throws to first, and that will end the inning. So the Blue Jays strand a runner in the 4th. We go to the top of the 5th inning of a 3-0 Toronto lead. Jason Hayward leading off for the Cubs in the top of the top of the 5th inning. Here's a full count pitch to Jason Hayward. That is strike 3 called. Yamaguchi gets strikeout number 4 on the game, and Cabrera now is the batter. As Drupal Cabrera comes up with 1 out, nobody on. Here's a 3-1 pitch to Cabrera. That is up and in for ball 4. That nearly hit him in the helmet. So, 4 walks issued by Yamaguchi. Cubs trying to capitalize on some of these base runners. And now Jay Bruce is the batter. 1 out, 1 man on. 2-1 pitch to Jay Bruce. Popped up behind second base, short right field. Going out and making the catch is Biggio for out number 2. Chris Bryant now the batter. 2 outs, runner on first. Bryant 0 for 2 today. Here's a 1-ball pitch to Bryant, and the runner goes. The throw goes down to second, and that is Cabrera is thrown out at second base. McGuire has thrown out 11 of 51 base runners this season. So the inning ends, and we go to the bottom of the fifth inning. It is 3-0 Toronto. Biggio leading off for the Blue Jays against Chris Archer. 3-1 count. Archer working. That is ball 4. I guess that was low. So a leadoff walk issued to Biggio, and now Grichuk is the batter. Grichuk is 2 for 2 with a home run and 2 RBIs today. Here's a 3-1 pitch, and that is outside for ball 4. And Archer seems to have lost a bit of control here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Guerrero now batting in the bottom of the fifth. 2 men on, nobody out. Here's a 2-2 pitch to Vladdy Guerrero Jr. That is strike 3 called. Got him looking with the fastball. So Archer records strikeout number 5. That is the first out of the inning. And now Casey Sadler is going to be brought in to relieve Archer. So that is the end of the day for Archer. He is responsible for the runners on first and second. Sadler coming in to face Rowdy Tellez. Sadler has thrown 52 innings on the season, 12 walks, 31 strikeouts with a 3.12 ERA. Sadler making a 2-1 pitch to Tellez. Looking for the sign, and here it comes. Popped up. Bogaerts in short left field makes the catch behind second base for out number 2. And now Teoscar Hernandez is the batter. He is 0 for 2 today. Coming up with 2 outs, 2 men on. Cubs trying to hold this at a 3-run deficit. Here is a 1-ball pitch. And that's lined into the gap in left center field. That might be. It is gone. So Hernandez takes Sadler out of the ballpark 433 feet to left center field, and is now a 6-0 Toronto lead. Sadler now facing Reese McGuire with 2 outs and nobody on. Here is a 1-1 pitch from Sadler. That's a liner past first baseman in right field. That's going to be another base hit. So Reese McGuire is on first with a single. And now Derek Fisher is the batter with 2 outs and 1 man on. 2-0 pitch from Sadler. That one gets away. That's a wild pitch. So that's chased all the way to the backstop as McGuire advances to second. And now Derek Fisher batting with a 3-0 count. He takes ball 4. That was low. So the Blue Jays now have 2 outs, runners on first and second, and Anthony Alford is the batter. Sadler facing Alford with a 1-strike count. There's a grounder up the middle. Bogaerts has it, flips to second, and that will end the inning. But it's not before the Blue Jays score 3 more times. They double their lead now. It is 6-0. Chris Bryant will face Yamaguchi. Bryant was actually in the batter's box in the 5th inning when the runner Cabrera was thrown out at second on the steal attempt. So Bryant now batting with an 0-2 count against Yamaguchi. Here's the batter. Strike 3 called. Bryant takes the fastball on the outside part of the plate. And now Santana is the batter with 1 out and nobody on. Here's a 2-2 pitch to Danny Santana. Lined into center field. Is that going to drop? No. Alford makes the running catch for out number 2. Xander Bogaerts now the batter. 2 outs and nobody on. Here's a 2-0 pitch to Xander Bogaerts. Lined into left field. That's going to be a 2-out single for Xander Bogaerts as he clears the infield with that line drive. And Ian Happ is the batter, and he is going to face a relief pitcher, Jordan Romano. Coming in, he's thrown 78 2/3 innings, 42 walks, 84 strikeouts, and a 6.64 ERA. So Jordan Romano will face Ian Happ, who is 0 for 1 today with, I believe, a walk drawn earlier in the game. Here's a 1-2 pitch to Ian Happ. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Happ chased one outside the zone, and the inning is over. So we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. The Cubs strand another runner, and it is 6-0 Toronto. Tejada will face Sadler, who's coming back out for another inning of work. Here's a 2-1 pitch from Sadler. Grounder toward short. Bogarts has it. Throws over to first, and that is out number 1. Biggio now the batter, with 1 out, nobody on. Here's a 1-2 pitch from Casey Sadler. Grounder toward short. Bogarts has it. Throws to first, and he makes the play. That was a very nice play, really in short left field, to get that ground ball and fire it over to first to make the out. And now Grichuk is the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. Here's a 1-1 pitch to Randall Grichuk. Grounder up the middle. Bogarts has it. Throws over to first, and Xander Bogaerts retires every Blue Jay in this inning. So, we go now to the top of the 7th inning. It is still a 6-0 Toronto lead. Jackie Bradley leading off for the Cubs against Jordan Romano in the top of the 7th. Here's a 2-2 pitch to Jackie Bradley. That is a pop-up to center field. It's deep, but playable on the warning track. The catch is made by Alford for out number 1. Ramos now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. Here's a 1-ball count with the pitch to Wilson Ramos. Lined into center field. That is going to be over the shortstop's head and a single for Wilson Ramos. That is a 1-out base hit, bringing up Jason Hayward. The shift is on for Hayward as the shortstop is playing behind second base. Hayward batting with a 1-2 count. Swing and a miss for strike 3. I guess you can strike him out. Doesn't matter where the infielders play. So Hayward heads back to the dugout. He is the second strikeout victim for Jordan Romano. And as Drupal Cabrera is now the batter. 2 outs, runner on first. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So that will end the half inning. And we go to the bottom of the 7th of a 6-0 Blue Jay lead. Vladdy Guerrero comes up in the bottom of the 7th, facing Casey Sadler, who's going to continue to work for the Cubs. Here's the first pitch from Sadler, and that's a liner into center field. That'll be a leadoff single for Vladdy Jr. And bottom of the 7th inning, Tellez comes up with nobody out and a runner on first. Here's a 3-0 pitch from Sadler. Oh, no, a relief pitcher is brought in now. Junior Fernandez is pitching for the Cubs. And he issues a walk on 4 pitches to the first batter that he faces. So Tellez heads down to first. Guerrero is over at second. And Fernandez is now facing Hernandez in the bottom of the 7th inning. Nobody out. Full count pitch. Outside for ball 4. The Cubs bullpen... The Cubs pitching in general has really struggled with base on balls today. But Fernandez has walked the first 2 batters that he's faced. The bases are now loaded for Reese McGuire, who is 1 for 3 today. McGuire comes up with the Blue Jays trying to extend this 6-0 lead. Here's a 1-2 pitch. There's a grounder to second. The throw goes to short. The relay to first, and that is a ground ball double play. The Cubs concede the run as it is now 7-0 Toronto. There are 2 outs and a runner on third, and Derek Fisher is the batter. 3-1 count to Derek Fisher. He gets ball 4 because, well, we cleared off a base, so we may as well walk him. And Fernandez loses him with the sinker. Alford now the batter. 2 outs, runners on the corners. Here's a 1-2 pitch to Alford. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So Alford is retired to end the inning. The Blue Jays score again. It is now 7-0 going into the top of the 8th inning. Romano will continue to pitch for the Blue Jays. He's coming out to face Jay Bruce in the top of the 8th inning. Here's a 2-2 pitch from Jordan Romano. And that's a swing and a miss for strike 3. So Bruce waves at the fastball at 97. And now Chris Bryant is the batter. 2-2 count. Bryant. Swing and a miss for strike 3 on the slider. So Bryant heads back to the dugout. Romano has 5 strikeouts, and he's only recorded 6 outs in this game, and Santana now is the next batter. Full count. Santana waiting for the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. He chased one outside the zone, and Romano gets strikeout number 6 on the game. We go to the bottom of the 8th of a 7-0 Blue Jay lead. John Loiza is coming in for some mop-up work here in the bottom of the 8th inning for the Cubs. He will face Tejada and then the top of the Blue Jays lineup in the bottom of the 8th inning. 2-2 count, Loiza working. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. The fastball at 95. And now Biggio is the batter. With 1 out, nobody on. Here's an 0-2 pitch. That's a grounder toward short. Bogaerts, lots of practice on that play today. The throw goes to first, and that is out number 2. Grichuk now the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. Here's a full count pitch to Randal Grichuk. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That was a fastball that was down. And that ends the inning. Loiza retires them in order in the 8th. We go to the top of the 9th of a 7-0 Blue Jay lead. So Robbie Ross Jr. is being brought out to pitch for the Blue Jays. He is trying to protect the 7-run lead in the top of the 9th inning. Ross has thrown 10 1/3 innings, 7 walks to 12 strikeouts, and a 5.23 ERA. He will face pinch hitter Nico Hoerner from the right side in the top of the 9th inning. 1-2 count, Hoerner waiting for the pitch. And here it comes. Grounder toward third. The throw goes to first, and Hoerner is out number 1. Phegley now the batter. He's going to pinch hit. This is 2 straight pinch hitters that Kerry Wood has sent up. Phegley is pinch hitting with 1 out and nobody on. Here's an 0-2 count to Josh Phegley. Grounder toward the mound. The pitcher has it, throws to first, and that is out number 2. Bradley now batting with 2 outs and nobody on. Jackie Bradley waiting for the 2-2 pitch. And here it comes. Oh, and he takes one to the shoulder. So Bradley is hit by the pitch. He heads down to first, and it brings up Wilson Ramos. Ramos is 1 for 3 today. 2 outs, runner on first, Cubs down by 7. Here's a 1-2 count. And Ramos lines that one into left field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. So now the Cubs have a little something going. They have first and second and 2 outs. And Jason Heyward is the batter. Heyward coming up with 2 outs, 2 runners on. And here's the first pitch to Jason Heyward. Line down the right field line. That's going all the way to the wall. Heyward drives in 1 run. He's going to stand into second with a double. The runner on first stops at third, and the Cubs break through with their first run of the game in the top of the 9th inning. Heyward driving in the run. He's credited with an RBI double. Ramos advances to third, and now Asdrubal Cabrera is the batter. The switch hitter Cabrera will step in from the right side for the first time today against the lefty Ross. Here's a 2-1 pitch to Cabrera. And he lines that one in the gap in right center field. That's going to drive in 2 more runs. Ramos scores. Heyward comes around. He scores. That is an RBI double for Asdrubal Cabrera, and the Cubs have made this a 7-3 ball game. Nice piece of hitting right there by Asdrubal Cabrera to drive that one to the gap. And now Ty Tice is going to be the new pitcher for the Blue Jays. Tice has thrown 46 1/3 innings on the season, 23 walks, 50 strikeouts, and a 6.80 ERA. Tice will face the lefty Jay Bruce with 2 outs, runner on second in the top of the 9th inning. Here's a 1-2 pitch to Jay Bruce. Tice looking for the sign. And that's a grounder towards second. Picked up and thrown to first, and Bruce beats it out. Biggio did not make a clean pickup. It looks like he's going to be credited with his 13th error of the season. So Cabrera advances to third, and now Chris Bryant is the batter. The shift is on. The second baseman is playing directly behind second base. So 3 infielders on the left side. Bryant batting with 2 outs, runners on the corners. Cubs down by 4. Here's an 0-2 pitch to Chris Bryant. And he checks his swing, but he is rung up. That is strike 3. That is the 3rd out of the inning. So the Cubs lose the game 7-3. The Cubs got 3 runs on 8 hits. with no errors, while the Blue Jays got 7 runs on 7 hits with 1 error. The player of the game is the Blue Jays' Sun Yamaguchi. He earns the win, improves to 9-5 on the season. Through 5 2/3 today with 4 hits, 4 walks, and 5 strikeouts, no runs allowed. He really walked the tightrope in a couple innings out there. Archer's credited with the loss. He drops to 8-10 on the season. 4 1/3 innings for him. 4 hits, 5 runs, all earned, 4 walks, and 5 strikeouts. The Cubs pitching staff issued 8 walks in this ballgame. It really killed them. So the Cubs dropped to 58-64, while the Blue Jays improved to 54-71. Thank you for watching Replacement Player Baseball.